Is there an easy way to clean the feeder tube in my Noodlers Ahab fountain pen? It suffers from staining from my black or blue-black inks. Just now, I'm using some fine copper wire to basically scour the inside of it clean, but is there an easier way? Great Q&A shows you have. I watch them every Friday night as I clean out my pens from last week. Keep up the good work. That's really cool, Kenneth. I've heard some cool stuff about, like, you know, people's routines that they have with watching Q&A, and it's just really, it's really cool to me that I'm like worked into your routine. That's, you know, makes me really want to make sure that I get these things turned out every week, because I don't want to like disrupt your life, you know what I mean? Anyway, so thank you, that's really cool. Thanks for inviting me into your pen cleaning routine. The Noodlers Ahab, it has a filler breather tube, if you will. A filler, it's really a filler tube, but it's called a breather tube, and I'm trying to see if I have one. Open up my little pen thing again. I haven't put all my pens in here yet, so I don't necessarily have an Ahab like at the ready. Which again, if I had prepped ahead of time, I could have maybe thought about that, but dang it, I don't have an Ahab handy. So, wait, maybe I do. Yes, I do, but it's inky. So I don't know if I can actually even show you the breather tube, but basically, here's what's going on with the breather tube. Maybe if I do it this way, okay. See if I spill ink all over myself. So the breather tube is this little guy inside. If you remove the piston, you see it's got a little tube in there, right there. That's what you're talking about. This tiny, thin little tube, and it can actually be removed. You can just pull that thing right out of there. So that, if you haven't discovered that already, I'm sure you have, but for those of you that maybe aren't as familiar with this pen, that breather tube just pulls right out. You really don't even need it. It allows you to fill a little bit more in the pen, because it allows you to fill ink up into the piston rod there, because that piston rod is hollow. So it gets you an extra 0.2 milliliters or so, but it's not critical. So that's kind of what it is. It's very thin though, so the only thing that I could think that might work better to actually clean that tube out would be something like a piece of string or a piece of yarn. Might work well. Yarn would probably work pretty well. So you could probably feed it onto a needle and like put it through, just like, you know, thread it through the thing, and then just kind of work it back and forth, like wet the yarn or whatever, and then work the tube back and forth. That would probably work pretty well, I would think. But that's about the only thing that I can really think to do it. You can always soak the yarn with like a, you know, dish soap or something like that if you needed to, like, you know, jazz up your cleaning routine a little bit. But that's kind of neat.